So we have just travelled on an MSC cruise. And this is 10 things we wish we knew before we went.
So we went on a cruise with MSC on their newest ship, the MSC Euribia, and that was our first ever cruise. We've never been on a cruise before, so we didn't know what to expect.
We really, really did not.
No. So after it, we had to sit down and we decided on 10 things that we wish we knew before going on it that would have made our experience much better. So I guess I'll just jump in straight with my first one. So my first one is the entertainment is actually amazing.
It is so good. We didn't go the first night and we regretted it.
No.
We went every night after that.
We like going to bed early. We like to go to bed around 7, and the entertainment starts at 7:30, the first showing. So we like.
No, on the first day, the ship left at 8, and we didn't want to be there because it would have contradicted. It left 35 minutes, and it started at 7:30.
Yeah, so we didn't want to go to the first one, but we wanted to watch the ship leave.
Yes, for the
and we
first
thought
time.
the entertainment might not be good. And then the second night we went,
Little did we know.
it was actually amazing. And then I think that after that we went every single night.
Yeah, there was literally like magic tricks, proper dancers. The singers were amazing. Like, I don't think I've ever heard. I've never seen like a concert or anything like that. I don't know if you have.
No.
But wow,
Yeah,
like they were talented. So on the cruise, because you're kind of like day at sea and you're obviously like abroad, and if you don't have roaming data, you can't really contact anyone. And a thing I found really useful is on the MSC app, there is literally a messages thing. If you have the app as well, you can message each other. So when he was getting like food or something, he would message me and ask if I wanted like a cup of tea, and I just found it really useful.
But we didn't find this out until halfway through the cruise.
Yep.
So that is why it is something we wish we knew beforehand, because it would have been very useful on the first day when we were split up, going different places. Like, oh, meet here, and ended up she wasn't there, and we got lost. We couldn't find each other. So my next one is about paying for things on the cruise. So I first like to explain how you pay for things. Say like excursions and drinks at a bar and entertainment, things that you had to pay for. You had to pay using your cruise card, which was what you used as your passport getting on and off the ship, and basically your ID on the ship. But you could not use your own debit card or anything like that. So basically what you paid for would go on your card and you have to pay it off. And when we first went to try and pay it off, we tried to do it as soon as we bought something, we'd pay it off.
Yeah.
And it said we had to pay £250 as a deposit.
Yeah, what we didn't spend would get refunded at the end of our trip, but we had €300 to spend every day, so we couldn't use 250 of it because hi baby girl. Anyway, so we couldn't really use €250 of it because that
it would get rid of all of our spending money. So when like Hamburg and places like Rotterdam,
yeah,
we'd just be able to walk and not be able to do anything.
No shuttle bus or anything.
No.
So.
But eventually getting to my point, the thing we wish we knew was you can just pay it off at the end.
Yeah, and I know there was someone else on the cruise that was worrying about it, and she was phoning her parents, so I just had to explain it and say, like, it's okay, they just take that and then they refund it all. And obviously she had the same as us, and that was her money gone for the booking. So we recommend that you pay it at the end.
Yeah, or make sure you have enough to pay that and still have some spending money.
Okay, so the fourth thing is that we don't recommend getting the drinks package. I mean, we didn't get it, but I know from people that were on it, they didn't really think it was worth it. Unless you're like a proper, you know, alcoholic. I didn't want to say that. Unless you like your drink, it's not worth it. It's around £300 each. So it's quite a lot. We actually recommend buying alcohol. Like, you can get vodka, and then just when you're abroad, you just get it from like vending machines, and you can just get it so much cheaper. Even like on a vending machine, it was €1.25, and on the cruise ship, it was $3.50.
Yeah, and you can bring it onto the ship from that on port day, so there's no worry about security.
Literally, everyone was coming in with a massive bag.
So, as the fifth point is that we don't recommend getting the Wi-Fi package.
We didn't.
No, we didn't, but it meant that we could have a lot more, I don't know, us time But a lot of other people that did get a Wi-Fi package and basically regretted it because when I looked at them, they were just on their phone.
All the time.
All the time. Or there was like lovely views out the window of the cruise and they're just there on their phone scrolling through TikTok.
I know my time was, normally when you get it every Monday, iPhones do like a screen time kind of thing. And mine was 3 hours, which was just from recording things. And then the day I got back, it was 8 hours. So you can really see the difference and how much it like brings people together. I think it was a lot nicer. And anyways, if you do have something important, like I didn't want to not have any communication with my mother, but when you went off and you went into the terminal, the crew terminals, they always had Wi-Fi and you can always just do like one message and just say, hi, I'm okay, and it was really nice.
Yeah, so really, during our entire cruise, we only had 2 days without Wi-Fi, which were the sea days.
Yeah.
And 2 days really out of your week is not bad.
So the sixth point is a really big one, I think. It's the fact that in the cruise terminals, you could get dropped off in the middle of the port. So it's really hard to get out of. You have to walk a while. And then even when you're out of the port, you're not really in the location.
Quite often, the cruise would stop maybe the next city away from where you really want to go. And the place it stops isn't the nicest place.
Yes.
Because it's a port.
We definitely recommend the shuttle transfers.
Yes.
And it's only €14 each. And I know that it's not cheap, but it is so worth it. They take you to the middle of the place that is nice, and you can ask around and you can see what there is. So we were also really worried about the prices. Obviously we knew where we were going to be, and we're also worried about like how we would get to like an actual nice place to take photos and to actually explore the country. We don't just want to go on the cruise, step foot in the terminal, then get back on. That's not exploring. So we really wish we knew, for like stress wise or even like pre-booking maybe, is that to do it.
And also quite often, if you booked the shuttle bus the day before,
it's cheaper.
You get a discount.
Yeah, you do.
Often we didn't do that because we were like, oh, we don't want to pay it. What if it goes to a bad place? But
we did it once. We did it once where we actually had the discount, and instead of 14, it was 10.30, which isn't a lot, but it's really good.
Things can add up on the cruise if you're not careful as well.
However, leading to our next point, don't go on Sundays.
Be careful. If one of your port days is on Sunday, make sure things are open. Because on our cruise, we got off in Hamburg in Germany on a Sunday. Everything was closed. We went to the city centre. So the bus in Hamburg stopped right next to a shopping centre, which was open, but the only thing that was open inside there was a Starbucks and a McDonald's.
Just basically food,
So basically, what we got in Hamburg was what we could have got in any city in the UK. So either don't go on a Sunday or make sure things are open beforehand.
Okay, so our 8th point is the fact that even if you're on a cruise, the lounges in the swimming pool area are still very busy. And they're hardly there. I mean, you're talking like there is ones, but they're out of, you don't have a nice view and you're not near the swimming pool.
In the corner.
Yeah, and it's where the doors open. So as we know, it is very cold. So we do recommend going early and leaving a towel and that. I mean, nothing gets nicked. I left my Apple Watch right next to the jacuzzi.
She left it there. Didn't leave it on purpose.
No, I left it. For a good maybe 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
For real, it was very
scary. So just either get to the pools early in the morning and reserve the lounges.
Yes.
Because also, especially, we went in the winter, so the outdoor pools, they were open, but none of the lounges were out. So the only lounges available were indoors.
Yeah. Also, even on days where you are at a port, it is still really busy. And I definitely wish I knew that, because I did not know that when we left, the marketplace was going to be really full. Lounges were still completely full, and there was no empty swimming pools.
That is kind of like a bonus point.
Yeah, that's not in our thing.
So my final point, and our 9th point, is that the main restaurants outside of the marketplace are very fancy.
Yes.
We're not the fanciest. We don't like dressing up, as you can see.
Clearly.
But one night we tried to go to it.
Just for the experience.
Just to see how it is. Because it was our first cruise. We didn't enjoy it.
No.
It was really posh.
They put a napkin over my lap, and I was just like, and they were pouring water over us.
It was really weird.
I mean, it's really nice, and it was fancy, and the people there were lovely, and we got seated, and it seemed like it would be a perfect thing for some people if that's your type of thing. But for us, we didn't like it, and I did speak to other people as well. Sorry, this is your point.
No, go ahead.
So yeah, I did speak to other people as well, and they said that they were literally trying to eat so fast to get out of there, and the boyfriend had to say, slow down. Not us, different people.
I just had another bonus point in here, is that we had a book, you always get a book time, and ours was at 9:30 at night, and we were like, well, that's way too late. So we changed our time, and we went to the earlier time, and then we ended up being sat with other people.
Yeah.
So be careful if you change your time, or make sure first that your time it may be shared with someone else.
Also, it is a thing with, if you have been booked at 9:30, you can change it
You can change it if you ask.
Yeah.
So that's basically 2 bonus points there.
Yeah. So another thing that I wish I knew is the fact that there are theme nights. I mean, they do tell you in advance the day before that it's going to be like a white themed or, you know, casual or something like that. But I really wish that I kind of knew that to be more prepared.
We didn't bring any, like, themed outfit. So
I didn't know it was going to be like that.
During our cruise, there was a white night where you dressed up in a white.
And everyone did. I really thought people wouldn't. But when we went, it was just everyone was in white that I had to put on a marble dress that was at least equalised. And you had your Converses on that were just the bottom of
bit of it was white.
Just so we could try.
There was also a 60s, 70s and 80s night.
We dressed up for that.
We did. We dressed up for that. Not really in the theme, but we dressed up.
He wore baggy jeans and a baggy shirt.
So kind of 60s.
Yeah. And I just wore a Primark black dress.
Yeah.
And like a overlay, so it kind of looked a bit more.
And then I think that also there is another bonus point here. A very formal night. The Captain's Gala.
Oh, yeah.
That night, we were done.
Yeah,
we were really
stayed.
knackered, and we were in a tracksuit each. And we went to the entertainment, and everyone else was dressed up in ball gowns, tuxedos. There was an odd few people like us that weren't dressed up, but we still felt a bit out of place.
I mean, we're there in tracksuits.
Yeah.
And they're there to try and take photos of each other because they look that nice.
Yeah. And the captain was there in his proper gown and tuxedo, thanking everyone, and we're there looking scruffy really because we were ready for bed.
We were literally going to bed the next day, so I really wish we knew that actually.
Yeah.
So that pretty much wraps up the
That
video,
wraps
really.
up it, yeah. We would really recommend
Everything we've just said.
watching our video. I would really recommend you watching this video. Bye.
Bye.